Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Strixhaven draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. If you would like to catch the stream live, you can do so at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. And to support my work directly, do so via the Patreon and gain access to some cool rewards in the process. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Okie doke. Starting things off with this pack, our Mystical Archive is Faithless Looting with this strange art, which we are not going to be playing in Limited because it is not a good Limited card. It just puts you down a card when you cast it. The rare is a land, so we're not going to take that first. The uncommon Solve the Equation is sometimes okay if you have some absurd like instant or sorcery to go get, but usually not playable. Wormhole Serpent is solid, but I'm not going to first pick it. Stormkiln Artist does some cool things, but it is a little bit slow and clunky, so I don't generally first pick it. In the comments section, though, we do have access to Professor of Zoomancy, which is a card that I'm always happy to cast. It feels fantastic every time you resolve it, and is one of the premier commons in green. So definitely a card that I'm happy to first pick. I think Stormkiln Artist is a little bit worse just because it needs a little bit more to go right. With Stormkiln Artist, you tap out for it on turn 4, and then all of a sudden you kind of like need some extra stuff, and Professor, you just get so many stats for just 4 mana. It's very powerful, raw power. Pest Summoning is a pretty decent lesson. Wow, what the heck did they take out of this pack? What the heck? I am blown away. I must say, Doomblade is fantastic. Also, Rutha is just absurd. Like, I feel like every time my opponent plays Rutha and I don't kill it immediately, I just lose. That is how good Rutha is. I think it is one of the best uncommons in the set, if not just the best uncommon in the set. It is a gold card, which makes it harder to play, but absolutely terrifying card. I think we're probably going to take Doomblade or Rutha here. I think Conspiracy Theorist is okay, but not really a high priority. Generally, it's going to like suicide into their creatures if you draw it late, so... And early in the game, you can't afford to pay the extra mana. Witherbloom, we can't read a signal 2 picks in. They took an uncommon. They could be a really good one that they took. Probably not a blue-red one, though. So, that's noteworthy. I think Lash of Malice is the best common in this pack. It's between Doomblade and Rutha. I'm going to take the Doomblade, but I do wish I could take the Rutha. If Doomblade wasn't in the pack, I would take Rutha. I don't think it would be close. Okie doke, moving on to pick numero tres. We see Quintorius. So maybe red-white is open. Zephyr Boots performed pretty solidly for me in my last draft. There's also Bayou Groff, which is okay in black-green if you can get some of the unwilling ingredients to get the turn 2 Dream. I don't think it's really worth playing if you don't have the turn 2 Dream, so you need some unwilling ingredients or eye twitches. There's a Witherbloom Campus, but we're not going to take that yet. Infused with Vitality is pretty solid. If I'd taken Rutha, I think I would probably take the Pledge Mage or the Negate. I could just take Zephyr Boots. It's always like a reasonable card to play. Just does decent work. Helps you win the late game. Quintorius is pretty solid too, though. And we could play like a Mardu control variant. I'm just going to take the Boots, though. And now we get a Hall of Oracles. Pretty easy pickup. It is looking like black-green is a little bit not open. Like, there's not a single black card in this pack, and there's not a single green card in this pack, but there is a practical research, so maybe we'll transition towards playing blue-red. We will still be able to potentially splash the Doomblade. This card can help us splash a card as well. But we're going to take Hall of Oracles because this card is a beating when it's on the battlefield. And we're looking at currently red-white is looking decently open and blue-red is looking decently open, but we don't yet have a firm direction on where we're going. We've just been taking the pretty non-committal cards so far. And now another pack. Ooh, maybe black-green is open. There's a pick 5 Blood Researcher there. What else could I take out of this pack? So Blood Researcher is a decent option. It goes okay with some of the color cards that I already have. It would let me play both of my early picks. There's Spectacle Mage, but I think Spectacle Mage is actually maybe even worse than Blood Researcher, and it also doesn't go with my cards. There is Ingredient as well. There's Spirit Summoning. I think Spirit Summoning is a fine, like, second pick out of this pack. But I already have a black-green card. And one of the things that I've, like, there's a logic fallacy where if I have a black card and a green card, and I'm still not willing to take Blood Researcher here, when am I ever taking Blood Researcher? Because, like, I don't know. Do I just think the card's unplayable if I don't take it here? Like, there's not really a ton of other good options. And so, yeah, I'm just going to take the Blood Researcher here. And now, ooh. So black-green, maybe not the most open. I mean, we do see this land, and we do see Bookworm, which can do good work in black-green. Again, relatively late Bookworm. It's got a pretty high win rate card when I've had it. I like having, like, exactly one. Multiples, I had 3 in one deck, and whenever I drew multiples, it was really clunky. Snow Day's still in the pack, but I'm liking the Bookworm here. I think red-blue's also maybe open in this spot, because we are seeing some red-blue stuff, but I think we've seen enough black-green that we can justify playing it. There's a Go Blank. There's a Novice Dissector, which is just not a good card. There's a Quandrix Campus, but we don't have anything to splash right now, so I think we're fine just taking Go Blank. It's a reasonable option. Sometimes the graveyard matters. Infused with Vitality does good stuff. Thank you, Premier 2, for the raid. I appreciate that. I'll take good care of your viewers. Welcome in, everybody. We're just doing a draft. We're currently drafting black-green. I like Infuse. It's a nice way to get some life gain in attached to a pretty good trick. I don't mind Unwilling Ingredient either. Late Prismari Apprentice, but I think we found a nice little semi-open lane at the very least. Aw, thanks, Premier. Between the Ingredient and the Infuse, I'm going to take the Infuse. I think Infuse is pretty good. It's a nice way to get some life gain into the deck. Okie doke. There is nothing here for us. We'll take the Wormhole Serpent just in case we splash blue for it. We're not going to play Tangle Trap. Speaking of potentially splashing blue, we now have a Quandrix Campus and the Hall of Oracles to help us with that. And we got the Infuse back. Nice. Plus Bibliotech. Oh, that is a cool combo. I've never even thought of that. Witherbloom Campus is also a nice option. But I'm just going to take the Infuse. I think it's a good card. I'll just take the uncommon. I'm never going to splash Strategic Planning. I'm not going to splash the other card either, but, you know, it's just a nothing pick. So we have a good start here for the deck. I think the way we began the draft was interesting. I think the Doomblade pick was definitely correct. Cram Session. Wow, late Snow Day. We might want Cram Session, and we can't play Snow Day in this deck, so we're probably not going to play the Session, but you never know. You never know. I think in this deck, we are currently prioritizing Leech Fanatic to go with our Blood Researcher, but we don't have that much life gain. Ooh, wowza, we got a Primal Command. This card is great. Just a lot of flexibility on this one. You can put stuff on top of their deck. You can gain life. You can get a creature. I feel like this is the pick. I guess there's not that many non-creatures. There's also Eye Twitch, Symmetrist. Maybe this card's not as good as I think it is, but it seems pretty good to me. Maybe I'm just supposed to take Eye Twitch. Or Master. I'm just going to take Master Symmetrist. That card's really good. There's just not as many non-creatures running around, and now we get a Flunk. I think Symmetrist is solid. I would have been okay with a... I think Master Symmetrist just does a lot more than the Eye Twitch. When you play this card, it really shuts down the Flyers decks. which I've just found playing against Symmetrist, it feels really hard to defeat. I also don't have any good lessons to go get yet, which I'll probably pick up a couple, but still, I like the Symmetrist a lot. Reach is so good on this card. I will also say that the card that I want to wheel from that pack is the 5 mana 5/5, the Witherbloom Pledge Mage, because that card is really good with my Blood Researcher, and I have a decent number of instants and sorceries. Flunk is really good, though. Wow, lots of red-blue here. I guess the person passing to us maybe moved into red-blue. I don't know, but look at this. Unbelievable. Look how many red-blue cards there are. We don't want a second Zephyr Boots. We're going to take the Pledge Mage, I think. I think it's close with the intro, but we don't currently have any learn cards, and we have some decent removal spells. And I like the Pledge Mage. I took Master Symmetrist over Primal Command. Someone played Primal Command against me and it was pretty good. Gaining 7 is a lot of life. I think this is better than the intro, and we might wheel Infuse with Vitality. And now I like the Mage Duel. This is a fine lesson. Pledge Mage is good, but we might get the other one back, maybe. And Mage Duel is just excellent. And now another Blood Researcher, maybe. We have 2 Infuses to gain life. We have Witherbloom Pledge Mage. We have Bookworm. We'll probably get some more. I think it's probably better than Field Trip here. I do like Field Trip. Necrotic Fumes is also a pretty good one. But I think Blood Research is an important card for this deck if I'm trying to build an optimal version. Yeah, Necrotic Fumes is quite good. I would just rather have my own game plan going first, though. Wow, this card's sweet. I do like Mage Hunter a lot. Abundant Harvest is solid, but I think Demogoth Woe Eater is also nice. It just gets me a nice little life drain going. I don't really have any like stuff to sacrifice to it, so it's always just sacrificing itself, but that's still decent. Gains me some life, buys me some time. Demo plus Infuse. Oh, that is a good combo. True. I think I'm going to take it over the Onslaught. I already have a decent amount of removal. And now I'm going to take the Ramp over the Lash of Malice. I do have some decent ways to spend my mana. I do like Lash of Malice, though. I just don't have any 2-drop creatures or proactive things. We'll take a lesson card for the sideboard for any random lessons we get. I mean, learn cards we get. I always say that terminology backwards. It's not the best. And now, okay. Containment Breach. There's just a Leyline Invocation. I already have 1 Prophecy. I don't really want the Campus Guide. I guess I could just take this for the board. I don't think I'm going to play the Leyline. Sure, we'll take a Golem. Works well with Infuse with Vitality. Campus Guide is just really bad. I tried playing it before. It just always feels horrific to cast. Which is a mark for me that it's a card that I don't want. That I do not want. Ooh, Biblioplex Assistant. Someone did mention that combo where you just infuse it over and over. I'm kind of intrigued. I am intrigued. Well, we opened up a great card there. Lorehold Command. Inquisition of Kozilek is not like super good in draft. There is another blood researcher. There's also an arrogant poet. I only have one like proactive 2-drop, which is not the greatest. I like Pledge Mage too. I have a decent amount of life gain. Hopefully we can get some 2-drops this pack, but I think I'm just going to keep taking Blood Researchers. If Blood Researcher's not good in my deck, then I think I've done something wrong, potentially. Wow. What a sicko card. This card's super good. We'll take Tendrils, though. It's removal. It gains me life, which is exactly what I want. Rise of Exodus is also great. But I think this is just really good. Karak Wrangler's solid. Moldering Karak might wheel, which would be good. Rise of Exodus is a good removal spell, but I'm just going to take Devouring Tendrils because it's removal that gains me life. Which is the dream. Holy heck, Swords to Plowshares. That is unreal. Could we splash it? Not really. No, I'm not taking the duel. I need more 2-drops that I can actually cast on turn 2, and this is a pretty solid one. It's like a mana dork, essentially, and I already have one Mage Duel, a Flunk, a Doomblade, and a Tendrils. So I have 4 removal spells, and I could maybe even get another couple, but basically I just need 2-drops so I don't just die. There's another Blood Researcher. There's a Pest Summoning. Do I have a single Learn card? I don't, and that might be a problem. There's a Mage Duel. There's another Blood Researcher. I do have a Cram Session, which maybe I want to play because it puts counters on my stuff. There's another duel here. I think I'll just take the Mage Duel here at this point. Duel over 4th Researcher. And maybe I would rather just have a Researcher. I'm just going to keep taking Researchers and see how those do. I haven't actually played a deck that has Researchers in them before. Wow, Cody, you came too late to the party. I just don't have enough expensive non-creatures to work with you, bud. Just going to take the Witherbloom Campus to help me with my mana. Anatomy is pretty solid. Ingredient can do good work. I think I might actually play Cram Session. That's a good point. Wowza. This is a good pickup. What a pickup. I think it's better than the removal spell, just because every time I cast a non-creature spell, I get to buff all my Researchers, and it's a 2-drop. I wish I could get another Pledge Mage. Pledge Mage is also good for me. I'm probably going to play Cram Session. Tend the Pests. Works with the Woe Eater. It works with the Bookworm. I can just take another Campus, though, to make sure I have good mana. Maybe I'll wheel this. But I already have so many cards that it doesn't really... I don't need the extra random playable. Okay, I'll get a Poet. Wow, Karak Wrangler came back? I think it's enough better than Springmane Serve, and that even with 4 Blood Researchers, I'd rather have the Wrangler. Okay. I don't think I need Zephyr Boots in this deck. Yeah, but I already have, like, Infuse as a combo with Woe Eater, and also, like, you can only play so many cards. I'm not going to play Go Blank here. I got enough proactive 4-drops. I mean 3-drops. Maybe I don't end up playing Cram Session. Might not be a Poet deck. Yeah, but I only have one lesson to go get. I wasn't prioritizing lessons here. The only lesson I can go get is Breach or Prophecy, and I'm almost always getting Prophecy. I did 7 the last draft, Kyle. I did. I think I'm going to play 17 lanes in this deck. 3, 10, 17, perfect. So removal, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 removal spells, it's reasonable. And then I have 3 infuses, which seem pretty good in this deck. The 2-drops all seem good except for the Poet. I might cut the Poet. And Biblioplex Assistant's also sketchy. It is a combo with the Infuse if I have to keep blocking, but they're not going to let that happen, so I'm just going to cut the Assistant. Infuse plus Researcher is quite good. I think I'm going to run it like this. Go Blank is interesting as an option, but I think this is just a pretty good build. Rock solid, it would seem. We have enough gold cards that I'm fine playing equal sources of each, and I'll see you folks in the matches.
Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support me and my work over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special thanks to those who support me at the credits level. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to continue improving the quality of my videos and that I am able to produce as many videos as I do. As my way of saying thank you to patrons, there are a host of cool little rewards, noteworthily the reward that gives you access to my card-by-card grade spreadsheet for Strixhaven, and then there's also rewards like being put in the credits and even coaching for the higher tiers. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the matches.
Welcome to the first round. We will keep this on the play. This is the type of hand that really wants to be on the play because we can get ahead of the game with our researchers. We do not have an Overgrown Arch. I did not see one. I would have taken it over pretty much everything, though. That's a yikes. That's a scary. I'm not blocking it. I'm just taking the 4. Yeah, I didn't see any Leech Fanatics either. Probably going to play the Masters. I'll play Professor of Zoomancy this turn. Because I can chump the Twin Scroll Shaman. No blocks. No capes. Jeez Louise, they're just First Strike Central over here. My current blocking plan is to go boom boom. Because this way these will trade, I'll gain 2 life, gain a life, get these things going. And if I draw a land, I can get Symmetrus going. They did miss a point of damage with this guy. Oh, I'll block. Never fear. Though I guess they kind of want him to only block this thing. This is an unfortunate spot because this card does nothing against First Strike. I'm just gonna hope to draw a land here. So I can get this thing going. Gain 2. Gain 2. +2, +2, +2, +2. Nope. Does not kill them. It will next turn, though. If I'm still alive to tell the tale. I did want the life trigger, that is true. I think I win. As long as I don't die this turn, which I don't think I die. Oh no, they gave vigilance. Never mind, I'm screwed. I'm screwed! Four, 8. If only I could have drawn a land this turn. So I take 5, 10, 11. 5, 10, 14, 18. Yeah, this is the best block. Unfortunate. We're dead. Yikes. It just didn't line up well for us this game. They just had it all. And we did not. This thing in particular was really brutal for us. The fact that we missed a land drop so we couldn't go Master Symmetrist into an Infuse was pretty brutal. Because if we'd been able to, if we had drawn a land the second to last turn, we would have had an extra 4/4 attacking them, which would have been able to win us the game. Or potentially win us the game, or at least like do something useful. But we just missed the land drop when we needed it. If we had drawn an untapped land for turn 4, it would have also been really good, so we could get the Zoomancy out a turn earlier. That's just the way it goes sometimes, though. It's hard to figure out what to do in exact every situation. It's very tricky. That's one of the fun things about the game. But I think we played that game perfectly because we didn't have any, or very well because we didn't have any really tricky decisions. Maybe I shouldn't have chumped with my 1/1 that one turn. That was a definite decision we had to make. Because if I had not chumped with the 1/1, then I would have had an extra chump blocker for a different turn. Okay, on the draw, we're going to keep this. Because we have a removal spell and we have this thing. And this thing is not the greatest with a no help, but it beats mulliganing. Mulliganing essentially loses you 12% of your equity in a game, and I don't want to lose 12%. Whew, that's a yikes. We just need a land to get this golem out there, at the very least. Not even to mention the green source. Jeez Louise. I'm enraged. I'm enraged! There's no justice, clearly. What do we get rid of? Well, that was unfortunate. We're keeping our removal spells, I think. We're keeping this, we're keeping this, keeping this. I think we just get rid of it, Infuse. We're not going to have the mana to hold it up ever. Just, come on! Give me a break! Just let me get my golem out there, man. Come on. Come on, no. Just end my existence. Why? The humanity. Oh my gosh. I'm a human being. I'm a human being. I can't believe it. If we had drawn literally anything else, we would have destroyed them. I still don't think it was correct to mulligan. The fact that I've drawn like garbage does not impact the mulligan at all. Look at us go. We're in the clear. We've done it. You monster. Just pure evil. Of course I draw the tap land. Oh my gosh. I don't think it was an unreasonable keep at all. If I draw one land, I can play the golem. If I draw a forest, I can play my whole hand. Next turn I can go Apprentice and zap something with Tendrils. Oh, I'm just dead. Okay. Well, that was about as well as it could have gone. Just like we died on like turn 10 or something. Like they did literal nothing for the entire game, and then we just lost because we didn't draw a land for 8 turns. That was a yikes. But we can still bounce back. We just couldn't do anything there other than decision. The only decision we had that game was whether or not to mulligan. And I guess whether to flunk their guy. But I think that was a keeper. We had a flunk. We had a golem that we could play if we drew one land. And that could stay. Those 2 cards can buy us enough time to draw out of it, I think. We have another good hand. I wasn't 0 to hero last time. I was 1 to hero, but yeah. Look at this guy. He's gonna kill it. Of course they can kill it. They can always kill it. Oh my gosh. Let's go. We drew a land. I'm the greatest. Holy heck. Whew. So this thing, they discard, I draw, and I gain 2 life. Yeah, I think I might go for the Woe Eater combo. Hold full control. And then I can put a counter on this guy. And then I can also Devouring Tendrils this guy.
I'm going to try to maximize my counter equity here, I think. Ouch. But, like, if I play one spell a turn, I get extra counters every turn. Okay. Not having extra black mana for the punish. If they'd waited on the exile, they would have gotten a counter on their guy. Counter equity! Dr. Un. This dog has not performed well from my experience. What could they have in their hand? Do I get a benefit by killing this? I use my last removal spell, but I keep the pressure on. Unless, of course, they have Heated Debate, which I feel like they would have used on their turn before I untapped. They could also just have a combat trick to support this guy. I'm just going to chillax. I can block their guys. If they go for attacks, I can attack them back. Yeah, make your markers a card. I was just thinking of any combat trick. Gleaming Defiance. Okay, so they attack with both. So I can't block. Why couldn't I block there? Maybe they have +3/+1. I definitely can't afford to lose this guy right now. He's my only guy. He's the only guy I have left.
So they probably have +3/+1. They held up +3/+1 for that turn, so I could have fought it. Yeah. Mostly thinking study, though, because I think that's a common, and then Infuriate's an uncommon. Because of the way Mystical Archive works. Okay, so they do have study. Sure. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, they just discard a card to draw a card. Interesting. I wish I had drawn a spell there. Yeah, it generally hurts you to attack like that. Okay, I think killing their guy was okay there, though, still. Because they were all tapped out, so I got to get a counter and stuff. Big draw, let's go. This is one of those classic cases where, like, if I had drawn one more spell this game, I would be in fine shape. But because I drew 9 lands and they drew 5, they just had 4 extra cards to use. If I draw any non-creature spell, I drain them, too, so, like... They have to be careful.
Tingly feeling before a fight.
Big draw, big draw. Come on. Yes! I knew we'd get there. Let's go. Gosh darn it. No, we're so dead. Oh, they're going to double block. No, they can't double block. They have to chump here. And we're living at 1. Oh my gosh, no! We're so dead! Oh, the pain! Could I have drawn anything? No! Ah, the horror! We're only alive. Only barely. Practice makes potent! Ah, lassie. Are we alive? Yes, we're alive! We're alive! Yes! We've got him right where we want him! Yes! The drain! Who needs spells? We didn't even need the flunk. I was just doing it to be extra safe. Yes! We did it! Victoire! Victory! Barely. They didn't have that lesson, though. I don't think we know of what lessons they have in their deck. They didn't have any lessons left, I don't think. Wow, we got the win. I knew we would win. I never doubted it for a second. We needed every single one of those lands to win. Oh, look at this hand. It's beautiful. We need to draw a swamp. Oh my gosh. But we can, like, jam this thing after a Blood Researchers. This hand is probably not keepable. Wow, Hall of Oracle's the punish. Oh, we have 2 Witherbloom campuses and 7 of the Source, I think. So that's 9. Snap keep. I guess we have the haul. We can always just play stuff off curve slightly. Let's go. Let's just top deck a swamp. I don't know. Yes! Yes! Rewarded to the max! Oh, what a beast. Oh my gosh, what a hand. Oh my gosh, we did it. This guy's not as good, but you know. Come at me, Brohim. Oh yeah, very awesome draw. We'll even get to play this Woe Eater to just brick wall them for a turn. We'll probably take 4 here. Because they looked like they had a combat trick last turn they were considering using. Blood Research is going to grow. Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. Ugh. If we were on the play this game and cold rip the swamp, I don't think we could have kept the hand on the play, but still. They can introduction me. Allow me to introduce myself. Yes. I want to draw one more land here. Come on, deck. Okay, not the exact land I was hoping for, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just going to open myself up to 2 for 1 city here. But, you know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained situation. Oh, we're getting pummeled. We're 1 and 2, I think. Is there any chance that this works? Maybe. The counter! Nice. Double block me, bud. See what happens.
I can't put the counter on unless I cast a non-creature spell. It can only be used at sorcery speed. Look at us go! We're just dumpstering them now. Next turn, play another Blood Researcher, Zephyr Boot something. Menace. Namaste. Do they have Snakeskin Veil? That would really suck for me. Of course they have Snakeskin Veil. Jeez Louise. Ah, gosh. Well, they have this thing. So, I think I'm the one in trouble. I just had a lackluster draw here. The fact that they had the Snakeskin Veil just owned me. Because I can't play around Snakeskin Veil really ever, but it still lost me the game because now I can't attack with my Menace thing. Yeah, I'm going to lose this game pretty badly, I think. Really, Snakeskin Veil was what did it. Also, the fact that they had the apprentices, just drawing them a million cards. Negate? Probably. If I draw Doomblade, I could still do this. You can't copy it with the Golem. It has to target only the Golem. Only Golem. So if we draw a Doomblade, we can't kill this. We can kill this, though. We could copy Infuse with Vitality on it, though. That is not helpful. Actually, is it helpful? So this guy has to jump there. It's 4, 7. Is that my only chance of winning, though, is having them block? Otherwise, I hit them for 5. No, I can maybe win. No, but then I have to loot this away. No, I don't have to loot it away. Symmetrist, you say? I don't think Symmetrist helps me. I need them to play something smallish. That is smallish. If I draw exactly Infuse, no, if I draw one way to gain life, I have 5. It's closer than it looks, I think, but I don't think I have them. Yeah, it was much closer than it looked. The extra 2 life from this thing was too tough to overcome, but we made a game of it. No idea, Walk. No idea. Huh. I wonder what went wrong with that deck. Well, I mean, to be fair, we lost the one game to just not drawing lands. We lost another game to just them curving out on us ridiculously, I think. I think that was the first loss we had. But and then that last loss was just tough, the way things lined up as well. But yeah, I think the deck was pretty solid overall. I think it definitely could have done a lot better. Things just didn't line up properly for it. And we gave ourselves the best chance to win. And I think the cards performed decently. I mean, the Golem was not particularly great. So maybe we were supposed to play something instead of the Golem, like a Go Blank. Or just a Cram Session or something. But because the Golem did not do super well for us. We maybe needed a little bit more life gain. We had a little bit of life gain, but it would have been nice to have another Pledge Mage or something. But overall, pretty solid deck. Remember that if you made it all the way to the end of the video and were watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. It does help me out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more of my stuff. And click the bell so you get notified when I post future videos.
comment in the comment section down below with hashtag all the research to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. You can also check out the Twitch stream live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas, and you can support my work directly via the Patreon at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. That's going to do it for this video, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.